everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about trial days. I've spoken about them before in my other videos, and I kind of get comments here and there and messages here and there like, oh, what are trial days? What do you do during trial days? Why do you do trial days? And that is everything that I'm going to be talking to you guys about in today's video. So I'm gonna let you guys know what it is, why I do it, the benefits of doing it, how to do it, the cons of doing it. I have my notes here, so if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at them, but I want to let you guys know a little bit more about what trial days are. So for me, whenever I'm going to get a new student, there are a couple of things that have to happen. So I have like a step-by-step plan or like process anytime a child wants to enroll. So the first thing is the parent inquires. So they'll message me, hey, I'm looking for daycare. If you have any questions, I answer them. And then I set up a tour date. So while they come to my house, I do have videos on touring. I'll have them in the description box down below. But after they tour the daycare, if they still are interested in my program, they see the space, they like it, they want their kid to be in my program, I schedule a trial day. So quick tip, don't schedule a trial day if you don't have a spot. You trial right when you're gonna have that child start. So let's say you tour your daycare, you have no spots open. You're not gonna have spots for 3 months, let's just say. They tour it, they like it, you put them on the wait list. Do not trial until the 3 months are up and you actually have the spot. And the reason why I say that is because habits of children change, things with children change all the time. Your experience is gonna be different over time. So when you have the spot open is when you wanna trial. Nothing before, nothing after, because again, habits change, children change, and things change as well. So what is the trial? So the trial is 3 hours unpaid, like this. 3 hours unpaid, the parents drop off the kid to me. I ask the parent to provide me with everything that I'm gonna need for the kid. So diapers, wipes, not a whole bunch, but to be able to get through the 3 hours, diapers, wipes, diapers, creams, formula if you need formula, everything to be able to take care of that kid. So 3 hours is what I like to do. If you wanna do more than 3 hours, you can. If you wanna do less than 3 hours, you can. I feel 3, for me, is enough time for me to be able to observe the kid and see if that child is going to be suitable for my program. Some things that I look for are bad habits, like misconduct. So biting, hitting, slapping. If I see that they're really aggressive, I look for all of those things. If they're crying the entire time that the parent's gone, I also look at things like that. If I cannot soothe them, I look at things like that. Like, the reason why I do the trial is to be able to see if I can handle it as a provider and to also see how that child is with the other kids in my program. So 3 hours unpaid, they drop the kid off, they sign the kid in, they kiss the kid, and they go. Parents do not stay for the trial. I wanted to point that out. They don't stay for the trial, they gotta go. I've had parents ask me if they can stay in the house during the trial, and I say no. Purpose of the trial is to see how the child is going to be in my program with me and the students, not with you sitting on the couch, watching them. It also throws your kids off, or the kid off. The kids probably want to be picked up by the parent. The kid's probably going to want to stand next to the parent. The kid's probably not going to want to participate. The parent is going to be a distraction in your program for the trial, and you're not going to be able to get the full-on result or the full-on experience. And then again, let's say you enroll a child, the parent's not going to sit in the living room Monday through Friday. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you need to see how that kid is by themselves with the other kids. With you as a provider, you need to see what it's like. So parents can't stay. I would like up front with them, let them know, you know, we can't have you stay at the program. If you want to sit outside in your car, you can. If you want to walk around my neighborhood, you can. But in the program, in the atmosphere, in the environment, no, you can't. So now I'm gonna get into why I do trial days. So I have written down here, it says, I like to know what I am somewhat getting into. And then my example right here says, you date before you get married. You try out before you make it on the team. So trial, you want to see what you are getting into as a provider. You want to see if it's something that you can handle. I trial all ages. That's another thing that I wanted to point out, guys. I never thought that I needed to trial an infant. Never. I was like, oh no, they don't hit, they don't bite, they don't spit at the teacher, they don't do anything crazy. They're infants. It's easy. You just watch them, but it's not. You trial them too. The reason why I say it is because the kid might be colic, the kid might want to be carried the entire time, and you as a provider need to see if that's something that you can handle with your other kids. If you have 4 kids and you have an infant, that you did in trial and that infant starts and that baby wants to be carried all day, you're probably not gonna be able to handle it. And I'm not saying that if that happens, you need to not accept the kid. You need to see if that's something that you can handle and that you're willing to deal with. So if I had a baby that I did a trial with and I noticed that the baby was insoothable and I needed to carry the baby the entire time of the trial, I would mention that to the parents, like, hey, look, I'm by myself, or if you have an assistant, whatever it is, I'm by myself and I noticed that your child likes to be carried a lot and it's really hard for me to carry your child all day while I take care of the other kids. You need to observe everything before you fully commit. So I say trial all ages, no matter what the age is, because you need to see what it is before you're getting into it. I also do trials because I like to plan things in advance. So let's say I have a child that comes in for the trial, he's throwing a huge fit, he's crying, parents leave, and I notice that the kid likes cars, right? I play cars with him. Once he starts in my program, drop off, he's going to cry, for sure, he's going to cry, but I know that he likes cars. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have a couple cards by the sign-in table to be able to get him to come with me. So trial days give you a little preview. You'll be able to get to know that kid in a certain way. And it also helps because they'll get a taste of your program before they actually have to start and stay a full day with you. So they'll come to the daycare and be like, oh, okay, I remember these kids. Oh, okay, I remember the teacher. Oh yeah, I like to play with this toy. And it helps a little bit too when they're transitioning versus just throwing them into the daycare without them getting a preview. So trials also help the child as well. So right here I have some benefits. I'm gonna give you guys the benefits, which are the pros, and then I'm gonna also give you guys some cons. So there are benefits for everybody, the child, the parent, and the provider. Me as a provider, I get to see how that child is, if I can handle them, how they are with the other kids. That's benefits for me. But I also get to see the parents. If I schedule a trial from 8 to 11 and you arrive at 8:30 or you arrive at 9 or you come after 11 to pick up your kid and you're not on time, I'm gonna know that that's something that I gotta be paying attention to when you enroll. You get to see if they are punctual. You know, you get to see if they forgot something when they dropped off the kid. Not saying people can't make mistakes, but you get to see a lot about a parent when you trial them. Even with touring, you get to see a lot, you get to hear a lot, you get to observe a lot. I mean, I'm a very observant person, so I observe everything. But you get to see how the parents are, how that family is, how the child is. So as a provider, I don't see what the cons are. The only con, and I'm gonna just talk about the con right now, the only con about trial days is you waste 3 hours of your life. That's it. That's it. It's 3 hours. It's short. That's why I don't do more, I don't do less, because if I do a full day with a child and that child is destructive or, you know, it's very hard, you gotta do a full day versus just 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Whether the kid's good or the kid's bad, 3 hours is not that bad. So that's the only con. You wasted 3 hours of your life. There's nothing else that can possibly happen. If they break something in your house, okay, whatever. But that's the only con that I can think of. So the child benefits from the trial too, because they get to see how you are as a provider. They get to observe the place before they actually have to start at the place. Parents benefit from it too, because they get to see how you are as a provider. I send pictures during trials. I send videos during trials. I get to communicate with the parents when they pick up the child. I'll let them know how the child was. Like, they'll be able to see how I communicate with them. So everybody wins, the child, you, and the parent. So I think that trials are a good thing. So that is basically what a trial day is, why I do it, how I do it, the pros of it, the cons of it, everything when it comes to trials. If you guys have a question about trials that I didn't answer in today's video, you guys can always email me. You guys can always leave your comment down below because I will answer. But that's what it is. So I hope that this video was helpful in some way, shape, or form, and that completes today's video. So please subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video.